really can't understand what it means or might mean to be an American unless you know what it meant to be an American. So I'm glad to be a part of this ceremony, not just to honor my grandfather, Anthony Zerilli, came through Ellis Island at the turn of the century. He was unable to read or write. Went to New York University. He became a lawyer. He made a short stop at Sing Sing prison. But that's another story. Into each life. And he went on to lead a very inspirational, he was this garrulous, booming voiced, small Italian man who seemed like a rock star to me when I was a kid. You know. I also want to remember Adelina Sorrentino. It's my grandmother. She arrived at 28. She lived to be 100 in Freehold, New Jersey, and never spoke any English. So much for assimilation, I guess. I also need to thank the O'Farrells and the O'Hagans. It's my Irish clan. McNicholases, they raised me as a child in Freehold, New Jersey. My lovely wife, Patty, Sicilian and Scots-Irish, and together we carry on the Irish-Italian mating tradition of central New Jersey. But I specifically came here today to thank 3 women, and so I'm going to ask them. They said it was okay if I had them come up on stage, so I'm going to ask my mom and her 2 aunts to come up and stand up. I've grown up with these women. They're Anthony's 3 daughters, my mother Adele and my 2 aunts Dora and Anita. They have personified for me the tough optimism and the work ethic of first-generation born American citizens. They've lifted my spirit. I think they put the rock and roll in me and provided me with place and rooted me into an experience that's filled my family and all of my work with great, great meaning. My Aunt Dora is 90. She's still cranking out people's income taxes. So if you need help with your taxes, I know it's a little late now, but next year she's still available. She graduated from college with honors at 67 years old. My Aunt Ida is 87, worked, she was a member of the International Garment Workers Union, worked in the coat factory for 20 years, then went on to cut hair in the same salon in Eatontown for the last 50 years. You can still get your hair cut by her on Wednesdays and Fridays at Macy's at Eatontown. And my mom, of course, Adele, she's 85. Next week, she worked as a legal secretary for 47 years, married to a turbulent Irishman. I have to thank my father, Douglas, also. And now, thanks to a fortunate son, she resides in modest luxury in an undisclosed location. She held our family together under just great difficulty. You know, she did an unusual thing. Her parents were relatively well off, and she married into poverty and served there for a good part of her life and really held us all together. Thank you, Mom. Love you very much. These fabulous women, they are my living connection to my heritage, to Ellis Island, and for me what it means to come here as an immigrant. So I love and admire you all, and thank you very much. Stay. Enjoy. When's this going to happen again? I don't know. Soak it up. You know, but anyway, with all the anti-immigrant furor that's out there, it's good to remember that we're a nation of immigrants. of hopeful wanderers. And we cannot know who is coming across our borders today, whose story will add a significant page to the American story, who will work hard, who will raise a family, whose new blood will strengthen the good fabric holding our nation together. So I am proud to be here today as another hopeful wanderer, a son of Italy, of Ireland, and of Holland, and to wish God's grace, safe passage, and good fortune to those who are crossing our borders today, and to give thanks to those who've come before, whose journey, courage, and sacrifice made me an American.